just talk about kind of, you went through the program and really want to give people a sense of, what it takes to be successful, kind of the success that you've had,
Sure.
and what you feel like was really the biggest contributor to, where you are now compared to where you started. So
Yeah.
the first thing I really want to ask is, where were you? Stephanie joined my 8-week boot camp. And so I want to just talk about, like, where were you before the program, versus where are you now?
Sure. So before I started this program, I had been sort of kicking this idea around for about a year and a half and was just spinning my wheels. And I knew it was a good idea, but I wasn't quite sure how to talk about it to people or even really what it was. I didn't have any clarity on how to execute it or what exactly I wanted to do and who I wanted to do it for. So I had been talking to lots of friends and colleagues and getting good feedback, but I wasn't actually getting any traction in how to move forward with the business plan.
Yeah. And so you said, how long had you been kicking it around?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half. And so what
Yeah.
changed for you? Like, why were you like, now is the time, I got to get help. I can't keep, thinking about it and not really doing anything about it.
Sure. So I've always been the kind of person who my background is in music. So I'm really used to working with teachers and coaches and mentors. And finally, I just said, okay, I've been doing this my whole life, finding people to help me learn how to do the things that I don't know how to do myself. So surely there's somebody who can teach me how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Awesome.
just finally took the leap and here we are.
Yeah. And so tell me a little bit about, tell me what happened during the program, after the program. How has your idea come to, reality? How is it different than idea stage?
Yeah, so it's been just in a couple of weeks, probably within the first two or three modules, I saw a huge difference. The first breakthrough that I had was learning how much that I didn't know. And then from there, it was really easy for me to figure out, okay, so this is what I don't know, and this is how I can learn the skill so I can keep moving forward. So immediately I got clarity on what it was that I wanted to do and how I could do it and make it happen efficiently and effectively.
Awesome. Awesome. And so, like, what did you try before the program to sort of go from idea to implementation?
I don't even really know that I had tried anything other
Mm-hmm.
than just thinking about it and writing it down. I did a lot of webinars and sort of was getting bits and pieces of information from here and there. And I did a lot of, journaling, but none of it had any sort of direction to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
was just making it up and hoping that it would work.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. And you didn't really try to sell anything, or there was no. Okay, right. And um, so tell me a little bit about. So during the program, you got some really great clarity. Kind of saw some of
Yeah.
the things that you didn't realize that you didn't know
hmm
beforehand. Um, but how did your? Because I think you sold some during the program, right? So
I
tell me
did.
about that.
So I sold two, when we first started, I set a goal of I wanted to sell three by the end of the year because I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, with the other business that I have and some big life transitions that are coming up, that's about the capacity that I can handle. But man, it happened fast.
Yeah, yeah.
I sold two in like a couple of days.
Couple
It
of
was
days.
amazing.
Yeah. And how much
Yeah.
did you sell them for?
I sold them for 2,500 a
Twenty
piece.
five
So I did
hundred.
right out of the gate,
Yeah.
I did 5,000 in sales. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
And what do you attribute that to? Like, what was the major change that allowed you to sell that?
I think it was a couple of things, but the biggest one for me was sort of because when you sort of get into business and you're doing all the niching work and that kind of thing, I think it's easy to fall into the trap that once you have a niche, you have to sell and market to everybody that's in that niche. So working with you and having the permission to only work with the people that I want to work with makes it so much easier for me to spot them and see them and be able to really target who I want to, share my services with and who I want to help.
I love
So,
that. And so you could
yeah,
see them really fast, right? It's like before
exactly.
you couldn't see them, and then after
Right.
you went through the program, like you said, within the first few modules, you could see them, which made it really easy to sell them into a $2,500 package. That's
Yes.
amazing. I love
Yeah.
was. So I tell people a lot, like, I don't even want you to start marketing or sales until you've done those first three modules, right? And
Yes.
I don't want you to, or if you are doing marketing and sales, like, come to the first three modules and then it's going to make everything significantly better. What
Yes.
what would you say about that? If you do you like, can you speak to like having done those first 3 modules make every marketing and sales thing that you're doing so much more effective, so much easier. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, absolutely. I think that if you put the cart before the horse, so to speak, and dive into marketing, and then you're going to go through the modules and realize, oh, wait a minute, there was a much easier way to do this. So just hold on. You can get through them really quickly if you just clear the time and do the work, and then it'll save you a bunch of time and
Yeah, exactly.
everything
So
will be easier.
yeah, so it's like people who are doing the marketing and sales and they're wondering why is this not working? Why is it not effective? I say like this is why the first 3 modules are so important.
Right.
They'll make everything so much easier. So
Yeah.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome.